90s and early 2000s. Shopping during this time wasn't about apps, carts, or same-day delivery. It was an event, a family outing. Your local Kirana store knew your name, your shopping habits, and your negotiating style. The markets were loud, colorful, crowded, and chaotic. Meanwhile, modern retail was a novelty, found only in a few polished malls that people visited almost like tourist attractions. In this environment, a visionary entrepreneur named Kishore Biyani posed a question that would transform India's retail landscape. What if a modern store could preserve the very soul of India? The goal was not to imitate the West or sterilize the shopping experience, but to capture the excitement, noise, and abundance of our traditional hots within an air-conditioned, organized space. This question led to the creation of one of India's most iconic retail formats. This is the story of Big Bazaar. Before Big Bazaar, Biyani had already established successful brands like Pantaloons and Central. However, Big Bazaar was different, bolder, riskier, and more ambitious. It was designed for a demographic he understood better than anyone else: India too, the aspirational middle class. This demographic included families upgrading from scooters to small cars and housewives with newfound budgeting power. They desired the experience of modern shopping, but without the premium price tag typically associated with it. Biyani understood these customers perfectly. Big Bazaar wasn't meant to be quiet or orderly. It was designed to feel like home, vibrant, loud, and bustling. The aisles were intentionally narrow to create excitement, and stock was piled high. Deals were announced loudly over the intercom, and various products such as clothes, vegetables, electronics, and household goods were displayed together. To an outsider, this looked messy, but to other Indians, it felt authentic. The brand exploded across the country. 200-plus cities, millions of customers, record footfalls. Festivals became retail carnivals, and promotions like Sabse Saste 3 Din were so wildly popular that they needed police to control the crowds. Big Bazaar democratized modern retail. It brought choice, variety, and affordability under one roof. For nearly a decade, the momentum was unstoppable. But momentum can be dangerous if you mistake it for permanence. By the mid-2010s, the India that Big Bazaar was built for began changing, faster than the company could keep up. The middle class was still value-conscious, yes, but now they expected more. They wanted cleaner stores, wider aisles, predictable service, faster checkout, and digital convenience. The chaos that once felt like home started feeling outdated. Meanwhile, competitors were evolving. Indian shoppers were adopting smartphones, digital payments, and app-based shopping at record speeds. Retail was modernizing and expectations were rising. But Big Bazaar's stores still looked and operated as they had a decade earlier. That marked the start of a gradual and silent decline. Exceptional founders have an innate ability to understand culture. However, scaling a business demands discipline, operational rigor, robust data systems, and consistency. Big Bazaar faced challenges in establishing this foundational support. What had been effective in the 2000s was no longer suitable in the 2010s. This was the first significant issue, a disconnect between the evolving identity of the customer and the offerings of the brand. As Big Bazaar intensified its promotions and expanded rapidly, a quieter competitor was transforming the rules of Indian retail: D-Mart. While Big Bazaar relied on instinct, D-Mart operated based on systems. Instead of leasing numerous stores like Big Bazaar, D-Mart opted to own most of its real estate. Unlike Big Bazaar, which offered a broad range of products to everyone, D-Mart focused on a curated and predictable selection. Their model was straightforward: everyday low pricing, driven by operational excellence rather than flashy advertising. By owning their stores, D-Mart kept costs low, and a lean supply chain ensured that shelves remained well-stocked. Furthermore, disciplined practices helped maintain healthy profit margins. Meanwhile, Big Bazaar's aggressive expansion had been financed through substantial debt. The leased stores resulted in high fixed costs, and diversifying into various formats such as furniture, electronics, fashion, and logistics diluted their focus. The contrast became painfully clear. D-Mart operated like a well-oiled machine, while Big Bazaar, despite its brilliant vision, became increasingly inconsistent. If retail is a battlefield, then COVID-19 was the perfect storm. 65% of Big Bazaar stores were located in or near malls. When the malls shut down during lockdowns, foot traffic fell to zero instantly. The supply chain, which was already complex and slow, collapsed. Shelves went empty, and customers who relied on Big Bazaar during critical months found the brand unable to deliver essential items. Trust, the lifeblood of retail, eroded almost overnight. Meanwhile, digital-first and operationally strong competitors surged ahead. D-Mart adapted quickly, while e-commerce and quick commerce kept households supplied. However, Big Bazaar, burdened with debt, operational strain, and a reliance on physical foot traffic, struggled to recover. Kishore Biyani admitted to a staggering loss of 7,000 crore rupees in revenue. It was a blow from which the company could not recover. The empire that once defined Indian retail has now fallen. Big Bazaar was not just a store. It was a cultural movement that transformed shopping in India, influenced brand marketing, and shaped the evolution of organized retail. However, its decline provides valuable lessons for every leader. Lesson 1. Adaptation matters more than legacy. Success can lead to comfort, and that comfort often results in stagnation. Lesson 2. Focus beats expansion. A business must strengthen its core before pursuing new opportunities. Lesson 3. Debt can accelerate growth and also lead to failure. A fragile foundation is unable to withstand unexpected challenges. Retail today favors companies that are data-driven, operationally efficient, and continuously optimizing their processes. Big Bazaar was established for an India that has since transformed, and it did not adapt quickly enough. The truth is simple and timeless. You do not fail when you stop winning. You fail when you stop changing. Big Bazaar's commercial journey ended in collapse, but its legacy continues to thrive. It paved the way for every modern retailer in the country, teaching millions of Indian consumers what organized shopping could truly feel like. Big Bazaar demonstrated that when you truly understand your customers, you can transform an entire industry. Its rise was historic, its fall was instructive, and its legacy remains enduring. If this story resonates with you, I invite you to reflect. What is the biggest lesson you take from the rise and fall of Big Bazaar? Share your thoughts in the comments. Hit like and subscribe to the Leadership Review for more in-depth business stories from India and beyond.